It's Tuesday tea time with Dorina, and I want to welcome all those that are first time viewers and those that will be watching the replay. I do have to apologize for the late start, but my computer would not agree with me. And so I don't know what's going on with the technology around here lately, but it's been giving me a little trouble, okay? But we are still here, okay? Can't stop us. Okay, so anywho, just sharing with you my tea for tonight. This is one of my cups that I also been blessed with, and I'm just doing a regular pure leaf tea tonight, nice and cold and sweet. All right. Okay, so we're gonna talk about tonight. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Give me a little bit to get this together because this did not do me right. Okay. All right. I appreciate your patience and understanding. You got to give mercy if you want mercy, right? Well, right now it's needed. How about that? Okay, I think we're good. Okay, well, here we are. All right, that deserves another tea time break. Tea time. Two breaks, and we already are just now getting started. Oh, yeah, it's on. The challenge is on, okay? And we can't let the challenge stop us from being all that we can be. How about that? So you got live challenge right in front of you, and we are not stopping, okay? All right. So tonight we are talking about our self image. How about that? Okay, so let me give you my usual definition of like I usually like to do so that we can have clarification and a deeper understanding of what we're talking about. Okay, so self image, this is the definition that I have: the personal view or mental picture that we have of ourselves. Okay. So, do we see ourselves as beautiful and bright? And if not, why not? Okay. Because we need to see ourselves in a better light. Okay. So, there's so many things that damage our self image, and a lot of us, we go through different issues in life and sometimes dealing with people, period, and parents, grandparents, siblings, and, just some of the things that we encounter even in school, because I've heard people tell me things that even teachers have said that was discouraging. And so, there's a lot of people out there saying a lot of things. And when we take things to heart, it really changes our self image. So, positive or negative. And unfortunately, there's a lot of damage words that we allow to enter into our heart to shape the way we think about ourselves. And so it's all about how you view yourselves. Because really, if you think about it, if you view yourself wrong, more than likely other people are going to view you wrong as well. And the other thing is when you don't know yourself, you know, you don't you don't you don't have anything to go by because you don't know yourself, your own self. And so that is uh lowers our confidence in who we are because you know we don't know who we are. So it's important that you discover uh, things about yourself, especially at a younger age, discovering, why you do the things you do, why you like the things that you like, and just really educating yourself about yourself. And really, that's so important because when you know you, it's easier to allow yourself to know other people. And but when you don't know you, it's hard to really know other people because your view of them is out of a image that you're looking through that is confusing or uh, undefined to you. And uh, all of those things, even though they don't seem like they connect, they actually do. The more you know yourself, the more you will know other people because it's all about how you learn people and all about how uh, you uh, incorporate what you know. Okay. And all that stuff makes a big difference. Okay. So, we, a lot of us have a distorted view of ourselves. And, sometimes we try to compensate by thinking that we're more than who we are. Sometimes, we try to overcompensate because of our lack of understanding who we are and knowing who we are. And so we need to find that balance so that we can have the proper self image of ourselves and know how to treat ourselves so we'll know how to treat other people. Okay. So if we want to upgrade our lives, we must upgrade our self image. Okay. And who we are, you know, as a person thinketh in his heart, so is he. Okay. So, how you think about yourself and, what you take in from other people saying about you can either distort more your uh, self image or it can cause you to have a better self image of yourself because you really just need to be around positive people, right people. And we're talking about this, but I'm not going to leave you without knowing what to do, okay? Because that's just why I even tell you what the problem is without giving you the proper tools to correct the problem. That, to me, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so a lot of times our mental picture of ourselves deals with our thoughts and our feelings and our appearance, and especially what we say and what we do. Okay, so recognize that you are different because you are made to be different, because there is a uniqueness about yourself that makes you the beautiful person that you are. Okay, so let's talk about butterflies. Did you know that there's like about 17,000 and something different species of butterflies? You know, they're all beautiful, but yet they're all unique in their own way. And you know what? There's many people on the planet, and we all have our own kind of beauty, and we all have our own unique way of being who we are. And we it's important that we don't allow those people, other people that don't know who they are or lack the confidence that they should have, destroy our view of our own selves, because some people build themselves up based off of tearing other people down. Okay, so recognize that you are a beautiful butterfly, or you are developing into a beautiful butterfly. And all of us, it takes time to allow our character to be changed or to be healed. You can even say that, you know, because of all the damage around us, and especially people that are close to you and people that you have had confidence in, and then they turn around and let you down. I mean, you know, when I was about 14 years old, and you know, I had some things happen to me, and I looked up to a certain group of people, and they just turned around and let me down. And I was like, I was done, you know, with them, you know. And you know, it cost me. It cost me, you know. And so sometimes people that you even look up to can damage your self image, and can say things to you that are so disappointing that it causes us to even make more mistakes. So I would say to you, you know, all of us, you know, we have to come to the place where we forgive ourselves for the things that, you know, we've done wrong. And it starts with us, you know, correcting and taking responsibility for our own actions. It really does. It starts with us. And then, you know, and I know that, you know, easier said than done, because sometimes it is hard to have to deal with yourself, you know. And you know, actually, you know, it is harder to deal with yourself than it is to deal with other people. We can easily, you know, say, okay, well, you know, this person this and this person that, but when it comes to looking in the mirror at ourselves, that's a whole different subject, because now you're dealing with um, a lot of idiosyncrasies. You know, you're dealing with things that people have said that you believe that were even false. But because you believe it, it is true to you. And now you have to work on learning how to receive the truth after your self image has been damaged. And so, you know, that type of thing is important, and something that, you know, is wise to work on. Okay. So if we're going to be wise women, or grow into being a wise woman, we have to learn how to do things the wise way. Okay. Okay. So I want to share with you some things that, you know, I put together that will help you Let's remove this so you can see the whole thing. That will help us to have the right self image of ourselves. Okay. So, really, we must spend time with supportive people. And, you know, it's easier to believe in ourselves when we are around others that believe in us. You already at the place where you are because you've been with people that don't believe in you. And so it's time to, cut them off. If they're not for you, they are against you. And, no matter how much, you care about them, you have to learn how to care about yourself more. And I'm telling you, and I've said this before, really, the more you grow out of stuff, and the higher heights that you go in life, there are some people are just going to fall off anyway. There was a guy that told this story about he was flying this propellant plane or something like that, and he was having trouble taking off, and he just didn't understand why am I having so much trouble taking off. And when you're driving or when you're flying an airplane, you have to get to a certain altitude so that you can you know the aircraft can speed up enough to be able to sustain itself at the level uh, that it needs to be flying at. And so, you know, this pilot, he's thinking to himself, what is going on? Why come I'm having trouble, trying to get this airplane up? And come to find out that there was a snake that was wrapped around his wheel, so he couldn't close the wheel. And so he remembered something that he had learned in his childhood. And I think it was his grandfather or somebody told him about, when the higher you go up in the altitude, there's less oxygen. And so he knew that if he would fly up higher, whatever it was, because it wouldn't be able to breathe, it would fall off. Okay. And so as we grow in life, as we strive to higher heights in life, there are going to be some people that are just going to drop off because they're not going to be able to soar with you in those higher places. And you have to let them go, or they will continue to stifle your growth. And even though you may have been a lifelong friend, it may be a relative, it may be, you know, childhood friend, or whoever it is. But if they are not supportive, then the wisest thing for you to do is to let them go. Okay, so that you can become all that you need to be, because somebody else needs you to become all that you can be so that they can become all that they need to be. Okay. Okay, so number two, don't let the haters stop you. Avoid, avoid places, any emphasis of that. What I'm trying to say, avoid placing any emphasis on anything they say. Okay. Some people may work to bring you down and make you feel like you're not enough. There's a lot of people that do that because they don't understand that they're not enough. Don't let the haters stop you. Okay? Cuz don't put any emphasis on anything that they say. Matter of fact, close your ears and stop listening to all of that negative feedback and stuff like that, because after a while you will start, believing it. And if you already are believing something negative about yourself anyway, all that does is amplify and makes that a stronger hold on your life for your mind to believe the wrong things about you. And as long as you believe the wrong things about you, you're going to make wrong choices, you're going to do wrong things, and wrong things are just, you know, you're going to attract wrong things. And that is a law of attraction. Okay, so don't put any emphasis on what your haters say about you, because that's one thing you don't have to worry about having. You will always have somebody that's a hater. Okay, the next thing to help our self image is dressing clothes that make us feel good about ourselves, not attract wrong attention. Okay, so it can improve our confidence, and we're not looking for someone else's approval. We approve of ourselves. Okay, and so that will improve, something as simple as just wearing something that you feel makes you look good. And, I was told that, you know, dress for success. People throw that around, but you don't, uh, you know, well, let me put it like this. You know, we don't recognize that the truth that is in that, because really, if you think about it, we judge people like that. We may say, don't judge me. We do it anyway. But you see somebody that's dressed nice, that looks, kind of aristocrat, uh, aristocrat type of person. You know what I'm trying to say. you know we think, you know they they got class, they're educated, all these things like that. Well, you know what, when you think about it, when you dress up and you look at yourself in the mirror, it does make you feel good about yourself. So don't dress to get attention, from the wrong attention from other people. Dress to satisfy you and make you feel good about how you look, and dress for success. Simple but profound. How about that? Okay. Know We need to know who we are. Know who we are. This is very important, that we know who we are, and that we stop uh, feeding lies, feeding the lie of who we are not. The lies of, yeah, you're just this and you're just that. You know, those are lies. Don't feed into the lie. Replace it with saying to yourself that I am enough. Don't allow people to tell you that you are not enough. If people tell you that you're not enough, what really, if you think about it, what do they know? How are they going to tell you that you're not enough? And usually, people that tell you that you're not enough, they don't know that they're enough. So, why would you take counsel from somebody else that don't even know that they're enough? And so you need to know that you are enough. There's nothing wrong with wanting things to be excellent, but perfection can be disappointing. There is a big difference. Don't get caught up in perfection. Get caught up in excellence, doing things, with the excellent eye, an excellent spirit, an excellent, way of presenting yourself, and then learn that failures are part of learning. And knowing this truth will make us free and encourage us to continue to advance in life. Okay. So recognize that you are enough. And I'm going to tell you, the last one will help you with recognizing that you are enough. But let's go to, I think it's number 5. We're on take a minute or two for a self appreciation break. Okay. Okay. Ask ourselves, what do we appreciate about ourselves? There's something that you do like about yourself. Take a moment and appreciate that about yourself. And don't always expect everybody else to appreciate those good qualities in you. Learn to appreciate those good qualities in you, your own self. So that will help with your self image, that will help with your confidence. And you do need to take time out to appreciate yourself. Because you know what? There's enough people out there that, you know, that don't appreciate us. There's enough people out there that's saying all the wrong things. We say wrong things to ourselves too much. Even in our own minds, we're thinking wrong things without them coming, verbally out of our mouths. But we need to get into a default mode of appreciating who we are and the good qualities that we possess, and stop thinking about all the negative things about us. Like I said, failure is a part of learning. And so just because you failed does not mean that you can't get up and learn from it and use the experience and the wisdom that you gain from that to do things a better way. And if you avoid taking risks, you will never accomplish your goals in life. You will never reach your dreams in life, because taking risks is a part of learning and it's a part of growing. So don't, allow yourself to beat yourself up and think just because you made mistakes or making mistakes, that those mistakes does not have wisdom to gain out of them. Okay. Isn't that good? Okay, so the last one, dodge falling into the comparison trap. Oh, you know, I'm just going to tell you, this subject right here is a subject that we will be talking about over and over and over again, because that is an area where, needs chipping away at on a constant basis, because, you know, it's so easy to fall into that trap. And, we were at the Perfect You workshop, and one of our speakers, she was saying that all comparisons is not bad. And that is so true. Because, I was thinking, if we compare ourselves to the butterfly, you know, we could find some positive qualities. We can find some wisdom that will help us to become the butterfly that we need to become, or that's inside of us, and to not, give up, but have that tenacity that, I am going to morph into something beautiful, and you might as well, okay, because you can. And you have the ability, you have the qualities to be exactly who you need to be, and we need that. Okay. So focus more on how far you've come, not, you know, how far you need to be or how far somebody else has came, and we're looking at, man, I wish I could be where they are at. And, we have our own pace. Focus on your own pace, run your own race, okay? Don't get out of your lane and start trying to be in somebody else's lane. Don't, because, they're equipped for that lane. You're equipped for your own lane. And when you get out of that lane or start focusing, then you get off track. So don't get caught up in the comparison trap. Stay in your lane and start working on your self image and start telling yourself that you matter and that you are enough. How about that for Tuesday Tea Time with Dorina? I am so thankful for all those that will be watching and will join the replay. And I wanted to also share with you that Tea Time with Dorina will be moving back to the original time that we started. Uh, the reasons for changing the time does not exist anymore. And so we will be going back to 7 p.m. Central Time for Tuesday Tea Time with Dorina. All right. So thank you for joining me tonight. And as I say always, walk in wisdom, my wow friend. Love you. Good night.